Hello.
Hello.
So, can you briefly share? Okay, hi Emily.
Hello.
Can you briefly share with us who you are and what you do for audience or people who are interested in the experience of your 5-day spinal flow experience?
Yeah, so now, just very briefly, I'm currently living in Germany. I have been a tea and herbal enthusiast who values lasting relationship with lots of tea farmers and artisans. It also develops a strong sensitivity to natural ingredients, the nature, and seasonal rhythms, and also the quiet beauty of traditional craftsmanship. Currently, I'm also going on to a new path where I am being part-time training as an art psychotherapist, and yeah, that's a very short and brief background about me.
Nice. So, what made you say yes to this 5-day spinal flow intensive program in this point of your life? Is there anything you would love to experience, like in terms of change and shift throughout this program?
Right. So I have to say I got inspired by my good friend Erica,
Yay.
which is you. And I feel actually very grateful that this actually came up at the time when I'm staying in Hong Kong. And I think the timing is really right, where I feel ready to take up this chance to commit to the experience, because I feel like this is not something just for fun or not just something to give it a try, but you indeed have to commit to the 5 days. I really want to experience a rhythm of change with spinal flow where I could do it not just one time, but really aiming to I think it's really like to experience something deeper instead of just rushing or like testing the water on the surface. And before I start this journey, I was aiming, well, mostly I didn't set myself a really like vivid goal, but it was aiming to release some of the blockage in my body, especially the side of my left leg, the lower back pain, and some jaw stiffness, and as well to realign with my nervous system.
Nice. So, since we are talking about like creating changes in the body, our nervous system, how would you describe your body, your nervous system before the intensive? Could you give us maybe a few words?
Well, actually, I would still say that I would still describe my nervous system as in quite normal. Like, even though I do feel sometimes there's some hidden tension that might be the factor of triggering these pain or some stiffness in the body, and perhaps the body doesn't know how to interpret it in a way that it's just there, and it's maybe creating some blockage. And also I would also describe the nervous system sometimes as relatively rushed, or like trying to fit into my busy schedules or tasks and not having too much space or time to digest, and wanting to always achieve more and never felt enough. Yeah, always keep on striking for better.
Nice. So what I heard is feeling rush, like a lot of behavior patterns that you notice, like not good enoughness, and also there is also part of you wanting to like learn how to interpret the body messages, as in symptoms and pain, into things, into like insights that you can take away from your body and maybe like put in some changes in your lifestyle so that your overall well-being gonna improve.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
So during this program, is there any okay, like how would you describe the transformation, the process, or the healing process that your body experienced in this 5 days? Do you feel like it's like kind of gradual, or like it came very suddenly, or like the speed? How would you describe your own process in this 5 days?
Well, I find this journey has been very adventurous because even though I already learned the pattern and the rhythm of this spinal flow practice, every day my body and experience did surprise me, and in a good way, of course. And I also feel like every single day the experience is slightly different, or sometimes can be quite different. I also do find it very precious because it is a very intimate moment with my own body and mind. I do learn to listen to the body, and I have really increase of awareness of myself and willingness to listen carefully and learn what my body is trying to tell me. I think I do remember on the first day, the body felt very free, very lively, with lots of curiosity to explore and movement in different areas and direction. It even felt a little naughty in the beginning, which I really like. This experience is really remarkable. And on day 2, I remember it was that I started to shift a little bit in a more like relatively intense and heavy feeling. In music, I would describe that as a piece developed from major to minor, but not necessarily in the negative way, but it's just the emotions become a bit more dense, a bit more intense. And then day 3, I remember that it was very peaceful and calm, where my body was really like busy processing with something, that I felt that I really traveled to different aspects of my body and actually my life. But I think, I don't know if I should continue.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So, and then on day 4, it was really having this gratitude and attitude of letting my body work and do its job, and following the rhythm as I already learned through the last days. Because it's already day 4, it creates a rhythm for my body. I do not need to analyze and understand too much or over analyzing, which I usually or often do. But the key word is to let go part of me, the older stuff, and something that I don't need to carry anymore. So yeah, I must say this is really adventurous, and I can still feel when I'm having a little like it, like all of this is still quite fresh in my head because it's really been a very nice journey.
Yay! Well, I love how much details you pick up during the journey, and that's like throughout the journey, like you just shared with us, like from day 1 to day 4. Was there any kind of like aha moment?
There might be several, like as I said, the moment of letting go, or like how I think the aha moment, it's a lot happening, but as well as like I really treasure the moments where I understood my body much more, and also the willingness to not analyze too much with the effect, like with the like how to say like with the actual effect, because it might be that so many things are happening, and I just don't feel needed to analyze everything, as in we are breathing in oxygen, and this is like necessary, and it's working, and I'm not writing an essay to prove how oxygen help us to live, so it's almost like that.
Yeah. But what I'm hearing here is like there is a lot more trust, as in you and your body, and there isn't that much of need to use our mind to fill in the gaps. So it's more of like directly intimately trusting the body's wisdom to do its work, and not to fixate it in the outcome that what might be our mind wants to do usually. So that's amazing change. And okay, so today, right now, because this is your day 5, we just completed the day 5, what feels like different in your body and your nervous system versus day 1?
I think my body I feel a little growth during this intense but kind of short journey. It already felt some thing is developed and growth, and in the beginning it was more like a lot of curiosity, a lot of exploration, but coming to the day 5, I feel like I'm also getting more familiar with the process, with my body. I'm more brave in serving to release certain things in my body, and also understanding the needs of my body. I do not think this is the end of the journey, but it's more like I understand this much better, and I want to I want to continue this journey in a way that it's not the end.
It feels like we have set quite a nice foundation, as in how we can use the body, tap into our somatic wisdom in terms of like doing our own inner work or processing life in general, right?
Yeah.
Great. So any ripple effects that show up in your life, let's say like relationship, boundaries, decision making, work, sleep, that you found like the results, the benefits of what you get from the sessions that ripple out to other aspects of life?
Well, I do feel like I am becoming more mindful in different ways in my life. I also do feel more space and more freedom in a way. As well, I think I do sleep pretty well, even though with the jet lag situation, I'm able to simply sleep well. And also, like we said, I have more trust in the body. I feel that certain emotions might come up, but I'm feeling more brave and calm to handle and regulate the emotions and the mood. And
Nice. So getting more spacious and more courageous to face what life brings us. Nice. So you did I remember you experienced, we did one time like one-off session like last year, and before that you also experienced mindful with other practitioner. So how does this back-to-back structure land for you, like versus one-off session?
I do like the structure with and I do think this is really a commitment to do. In the beginning, I was feeling super excited, and I was like, okay, it's like I will be able to do it. But when I'm going on to the journey, it did pop up certain things. For example, I was a little bit late. I was, having some, I feel like this is really a commitment that you promise yourself, that you spare these times for your body, for yourself, and it is intense. It is not for fun, and it's not a joke. But I think in comparison to the one time like practice. It is, I don't know, like it's like a journey. It's like, because when you do it only once, you have limited time to process, and maybe you would easily bounce back very easily into your business, into your life. But here it's kind of like creating a ritual, creating a pattern where you follow and you really put yourself into this pattern and rhythm.
Nice. Yep. I do love like I do appreciate your commitment, and also I love that we are meeting in that frequency of this is deep work, not a joke.
Yeah.
And that is what I love to offer, and I'm happy that it is also being received in that way. And okay, let's say, okay, what would you say like you like the most about this experience, and maybe what would you say you do not like about this experience that things can maybe improve?
Well, for me, even though I'm already living quite a while in Germany, it's very easy for me to come back to Hong Kong and easily slip into this busyness and no time for yourself, as in in a very, how to say, like you really have to process certain things. And I find this experience a very good opportunity to draw yourself out of all the noises, all the things that might simply limit your mind to care for yourself. And I mean, of course, I do appreciate, Erica, your work, but I also feel like it's a dual work. It's not. It's really, if you are doing hard work and I'm just not present and I don't have the willingness to talk to my body, to listen to my body, it won't work. So I find this experience really precious, and having this space and moments to somehow listen to what your body wants to tell, what my body wants to tell me. And also I felt a lot of enthusiasm and passion in you, Erica, where you, I don't know, the touch or the how you focus or how you lead the whole process, how you organize everything. It's really professional, and I feel the energy. I feel your energy, that you really care about me or everyone who is laying on this bed, because I don't know, I just can feel it very much, and I think this is very important. Where, I mean, this is just very honest and very real. I have also tried other experiences. I mean, just one, but at the same time, I can just feel the energy. It's very pure and good energy. So I did really enjoyed it, and I feel very much taken care of, because sometimes I might feel like, oh, this can be also quite a lot of energy and power used during the process. But I feel like every time I come here, I'm being well taken care of, and I'm in good hand.
Thank you. So yes, what people are committing is not just to commit to, oh, Erica's Spinal Flow, but it's also a commitment to yourself, to your body, to your time, to your self-care. And as what you said, like doing healing work is, you're not here to like enjoy a spa, like that type of self-care is because processing emotions, processing stuff somatically also requires energy. So that commitment is more of committing to yourself, like showing up every day, showing up in this 5 days, and also have the willingness to do the work, as in show up for yourself. And
Right.
yeah, anything you want to change, as in
Well,
the structure or
I think
stuff?
it is very important to grab all the feelings and every, I don't know, like to kind of record the experience as a whole, because we are sometimes forgetful, we're easy to just bounce back into our schedules. And what I find it's super important, maybe we could have a little reflective moments, I don't know, even with some journaling or some questions we can bring home. And also one thing I would think about is maybe it's not like after this 5 days, then what happened? Like, what does it mean to me after this 5 days? Because it's a life journey. It's not like, okay, after 5 days I'm done or I'm good. And so sometimes I might think, okay, what is this leading me to towards to what is the next station, right? Basically. And so I would also like to have a little, maybe not necessarily follow up, but like kind of like a guidance to where do I go forward.
Yeah, this is exactly like what I learned from you guys, like as trial groups. So we're gonna, like, the upcoming batch, which I'm gonna do in Easter, like the structure gonna look like this. We have a 30 minutes clarity call before we start to get clear about each other's goal, intention, and to also build some trust before we physically see each other. And then we'll go on to this 5-day journey. And during this 5-day journey, like, they're gonna be prompts, they're gonna be journaling prompts, or like some sort of like reflection stuff for people to do their own reflections, and to, as what you did, that you did it on your own already, like writing down day 1, day 2, day 3, what you felt, how you felt. And afterwards, we're gonna also, after this 5 days intensive, we're gonna have also a 60 minutes integration call. So I can't tell what we're gonna say in that call because everyone is different. So I'm gonna pick like pieces out from the 5-day intensive, or like any patterns I see in that person. Maybe we can, like, maybe there's something that we can decondition throughout that, in that call. So yeah, that's the upcoming structure. And I do agree with what you said, like the integration part is so important. Somehow like as important as the healing part, because after you do all these releases here, after you, oh, I feel better here, I dump some shit out of my body, but like you don't want to repeat the pattern that bring in that rubbish back into your body too, right? So yeah, the integration part we're gonna put more focus on in the next batch. And yeah, who do you think this intensive is most suitable for? What type of people?
Well, I think it's suitable for everyone who has the awareness and wanting to actually listen to the body. Of course, sometimes we need certain hardship in order to realize actually there's something that we need to do for the body. But whoever has this awareness and wants to change, wants a little transformation, and want to learn more about the body, I think I would definitely recommend them.
Nice. So if there is someone who's like curious but kind of like unsure, what would you tell that person?
Yeah, of course. I think, and also the nervous system is basically walking and living with us every day. So actually having known how to communicate with your nervous system is one of the key and essentials in life, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yay. Any last word you want to share?
I would like to simply thank you because
Thank you too.
this is a very nice experience. Yeah, thank you.
Yay! Thank you so much.